Good morning. And by morning, I mean it's 2 p.m. I've already taken a nap. I'm like literally just not getting ready to start my day. So I was planning on being like super productive today. I was gonna go for a run. I was gonna read all the books I had to read. I was going to record a couple of reading videos. And I still might do some of those things, but I'm not gonna do all of them. I really should go for a run, but I just don't know that I want to. I'm also dyeing my hair, so if I go for a run, I'd have to do it before I dyed my hair. Also, I went to the hairdresser yesterday and I told her I wanted something crazy different. I was like, I want something different. I feel like my hair is in a slump because of COVID, which is fair. I'm in a slump. I want something crazy different. I was like, maybe bangs. This lady looked at me and said my forehead was too small for bangs. She was like, look at you only have a little forehead. You shouldn't get bangs. It won't look right. That's a weird way to insult someone, but I'm insulted nonetheless. So I didn't get bangs. She like barely cut anything off. Like she framed my face a little bit and then I got 2.5 inches off, but it looks exactly the same. She's like, look, it's so different. I'm like, it looks exactly the same. Parted on the exact same side that I've started parting since I realized I have a cowlick right here. I'm under the philosophy that like it's just hair, so like if I cut it and it looks terrible, it'll look better in a little bit. So I'm still a little sad I didn't get bangs, but as I said, I just woke up from my nap, so I have not had anything to drink. I've not had anything to eat, so I'm going to chug this thing of water. I'm gonna read a chapter of my book, and I'm gonna make myself lunch / breakfast. Okay, so I'm about halfway through my book. It's called My Boyfriend Merlin. I like it. I kind of like it. It's an arc. My biggest complaint actually is like with the title, because it's a big plot point that the guy is actually Merlin and not Matt, like he's been telling everybody he is. So they kind of ruined that for me by telling me in advance via the title that his name is Merlin. But it's fine, it's fine. But I'm about halfway through. I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I got a very cryptic text from my brother telling me that he bought me a present and that I'm not supposed to buy myself anything for the next couple of days because he doesn't want me to have 2 of them. I don't know what that means, but that's really sweet. I think I'm gonna make myself some oats because we bought some yesterday at the store and it's quick. I don't want to get back to reading. So I'm gonna do that. It's a series. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. So the book was about Excalibur coming back and them having to find the new candidate person who will pull Excalibur. There are witches, regulars, and gargoyles who are all like trying to get to it. Gargoyles are trying to get to it because their magic was lost when Excalibur happened the first time. The gargoyles are trying to kill all of the candidates, regulars, and wizards who are trying to get to the sword so that they can get to it first. So that's like the premise of the book. So in the beginning of the book, we meet Ryan and Matt, who is her ex-boyfriend and who she still has a thing for, which you know immediately means it's Merlin because the book is called My Boyfriend Merlin. So, and you know immediately when they introduce a character if they're introducing them for longevity or if they're introducing them as like a backstory. You know, that's what always gets me annoyed about like romance novels, is that they never introduce a character and then like you know immediately with the way that they're writing that that's not the character they're gonna end up with. And a lot of rom-coms are like that. Fantasy usually does a better job because there are more books, so you're like, okay, it's this person, okay, it's this person. But I already know this is very much like Vampire Diaries, where like Elena's the main character, Ryan is the main character, and she has two brothers fighting over her. In the Vampire Diaries, Stefan and Damon, obviously. And in this book, it's Matt and Vane. Well, I don't really know who she's gonna end up with, but it's a series, so like there has to be some sort of trouble in the beginning. It's them trying to train so that they can pull a sword while not losing everything to these gargoyles. I didn't dislike the book. I didn't know it was a series, and I didn't know it was going to be a love triangle, and I don't really like love triangles, and I don't like when something is a series. Then I don't know what happened, especially when it ends like that, where you're like, okay, what happens next? But it was good. I'd be interested in reading the rest of the series. It's now about 3:30. I am thinking about going on a run because it's still pretty early. Before I say that, let me check the weather. But I might go on a run. Okay, so I got this new camera. It's very exciting. But I don't know how to charge the battery. Like, I already lost a battery. And I thought that I would just plug the camera in and it would charge while it was plugged in, but now I don't think it is. So I'm kind of like, how am I supposed to charge this battery? Why would they give me something I can't charge? Maybe it's not, it won't charge while plugged into the thing, because I do have this. They did give me this, so maybe I have to plug it into the wall. I guess we'll see. Okay, I went on a run, and here's why. Because I was talking to my mom on the phone, and as I was talking to my mother on the phone, I said, I'm thinking about going on a run. Those are all my medals, by the way. Here's my marathon medal. Isn't that pretty? After I said that, my friend Katie called me, who's the person I normally work out with. So I was like, that's a sign. So I called her back to be like, hey, are you off of work? Because she's working today. I was like, are you off of work? Do you want to go for a run? And as I was calling her, I was changing because I had already decided that her answer was yes. And then, rudely, she was meeting up with one of her work friends and going shopping instead of working out with me. But by that point, I had already changed. So I went on a run. My fiance is gonna dye my hair later, so I don't want to change into anything that's like nice. I want to change into something I can get purple on. And I'm gonna finish this water and I'm gonna wash my face. And then I'll figure out what I'm doing after that later. Okay, so the hair dye isn't what I thought it was. I actually have to do it myself. My fiance can't do it for me. So I am going to pamper myself. I'm gonna do a face mask. I'm gonna dye my hair. I have to do it in the shower. Like I have to wet my hair and then dye it because it's a gloss. It's not a dye apparently. So I am gonna do that. The finished product. So it's not really dyed purple. Like, you really can't tell, especially in this light. You really can't tell that I dyed it. I took a picture, but it really just looks darker. So maybe when I'm out in the sun, I'll try and get another picture, because it really just looks black right now. But I did that. I ended up narrowing my legs, doing a face mask, and dyeing my hair. It's now 6:40. I haven't actually looked at my to-do list all day, so I guess let's look at it now and see what I've been neglecting by sleeping in until 2. So I actually haven't been as bad as I thought. That 4 shouldn't be shaded in, but because I've only filled it up 3 times. It actually hasn't been as bad as I thought. I thought I would edit a lot more today. I am not really feeling like it. Maybe I'll edit Way of Kings. This is this vlog, like the one I'm currently recording. So I'll upload that stuff as well, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna read Kindred tonight. I don't know, I'm not really feeling like it. I might read False Start just because romance is never really all that difficult for me. So maybe I'll read False Start while watching New Girl, and then I'll have dinner because I haven't eaten since I woke up, and then I'll edit Way of Kings, and then I'll see if I want to read this, because I think it's gonna be really good. I don't know, I just don't really feel like it right now. So that's the plan for now. I also have to update my reading journal because I did finish My Boyfriend Merlin, so I'll want to review it in my reading journal as well. I just had to review it online because it's an ARCs and it was due yesterday, so I did that really quick earlier. So I think I'm gonna read False Start while I watch New Girl and then think about dinner. Okay, so hey, I have not started reading yet. I did, however, put pizza in for dinner, and I did some work for my dad, and I updated my reading journal, and I updated my Commit 30, and I reviewed My Boyfriend Merlin again because it wasn't there for some reason, and I updated my Google Sheet. So my hair looks black. I promise it looks purple like at the light, but it looks black. Kind of dig it. But now I'm going to read false start. Hello. It looks so black. Oh my gosh. This part looks purple. So it's about 10:15. I'm walking Charlie for the last time tonight. I ended up just reading tonight a bunch. Started one of my arcs. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. I'm about 75% of the way through, so I probably could finish it tonight, but I also wanted to read some of my biography. I kind of wanted to get that finished. So, and it's too late to do both. So I'm not sure. I think I might end up finishing the arc that I'm reading. But Jimmy and I just kind of hung out. He came out and we watched some. We started Total Drama Island and then he immediately changed it. Okay, now it looks kind of purple. And then he immediately changed it to the basketball game. So we did that for a while. I did not do everything that I wanted to do on my list. I had a ton of things that I wanted to get done and I didn't do them all. And honestly, that's okay. I've been full steam ahead for a while and I gave myself the break today that I knew I deserved. So here's the to-do list. As you can see, I didn't finish all the books I wanted to finish. I didn't do all the editing that I wanted to edit. I wanted to get a whole nother video finished today and I didn't get to do that. But I drank all my water. I went for a run, even though I didn't need to. And I dyed my hair, even though it wasn't on the list. And I just kind of gave myself the day to do whatever I wanted. I hung out. I did some reading. So not the most productive day that I've ever had, but one of the calmest in a while. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.